Younger Adrian was a dumbass. I remember the year was 2021. I first heard the phrase self improvement, and I was really confident that I'm never ever gonna make stupid mistakes again. When I first heard the phrase self improvement, I'm never ever gonna eat junk food. I'm never gonna fap again because I just watched one video on self improvement. I'm never gonna miss a gym workout. I'm never gonna make any mistakes. I was wrong. I've made countless mistakes, and I can authentically say that, yeah, I'm no different from you. I'm literally a dumbass. It took me ages to realize that mistakes are a good thing. If you're not making mistakes, you're never really going to learn anything new, are you? I used to be scared of going outside of my comfort zone, as you can see in this picture. This was taken in 2021. I used to always feel like, oh, no, 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 I need to be perfect because then everyone will like me. If I make a mistake, no one's going to like me. I can't go out of my little dome. Believe it or not, people respect you more for the mistakes you make, and twice as more if you're authentic about them and if you can teach them to others. In this video, I'm going to share with you the main mistakes that held back my progress, and I hope you can learn from them, and I hope that can motivate and inspire you to not make the same mistakes I did, because younger Adrian coped a lot, and I hope you don't become that guy. First off, why should you listen to me? Well, my name is Adrian. I've been training in the gym for 6+ years. It feels purposeful for me to help others strive for improvement in all areas with self development. Finally, I'm proud of the progress I've made in my journey and feel like sharing it with you will only help accelerate your very own progress. Quick plug, I'm currently doing one-on-one coaching calls. It will be the first link in the description. If you're interested or need advice on any specific area of self improvement, smash the first link in the description. And finally, make sure to subscribe to this channel to get these full-length educational guides a whole lot more often on your homepage, instead of the shitty clickbait entertainment videos you watch every night, which make you feel like, why do I waste my time watching that? There was nothing to learn. It provided absolutely zero value. Subscribe to this channel, just purely educational content. My promise to you is that at the end of this video, you will not only learn about the mistakes I personally made, which delayed my progress in self-improvement, but ultimately you'll become equipped with the education needed to implement these learnings in your own life. So, the parts of this video include 1. Being inauthentic. 2. Cheating on myself. 3. Dodging discomfort. 4. Knowing what season of life. 5. Overthinking about rewards. And 6. The actionable step. Let's get started. Number 1. Being inauthentic. Like I just touched on previously, when I first found self-improvement, I thought from now on, I'm just going to flip the switch and I'm going to be perfect for the rest of my existence. I'm going to be my most authentic self, which is a good thing. We always want to be our most authentic self. I'm going to be my most authentic self 24/7 every single day of the year. I'm perfect now because I've found self-improvement. This mindset of me thinking I have to be perfect constantly, yeah, I'm going to be honest with you. It kind of fucked up my progress. I would make these checklists. I'd make the checklist as everyone else does that's on self improvement: cold shower, gym, post YouTube video, whatever. I'd make those checklists. You know what I'd do? Let's say a random Wednesday, Monday, Tuesday, I've ticked all my boxes. I've had a perfect day. Wednesday rolls around and I don't have a cold shower because don't really feel like having a cold shower today. Don't really feel like it. I'd still automatically force myself to walk to my checkboard, my whiteboard, whatever you want to call it, and I'd inauthentically still tick that box because it's almost like my ego was too big and I had to lie to myself to stay this perfect being. And if I wasn't to tick that box, yeah, I'm gonna be honest with you, I'd feel like shit. But I didn't understand that feeling like shit, being dissatisfied, is actually what you want in self improvement because you're constantly improving. It's not a quick fix. You don't say you're in self improvement and you're fixed and you're perfect forever. The fact that I was lying to myself only made me the next day, let's say Thursday would roll around, would make me, oh, I didn't have a cold shower yesterday, but I ticked the box, so I can just do that again, right? I don't need to have a cold shower, but I can still tick the box because mentally kind of like masturbates my ego, makes it feel like I'm progressing just because I'm getting that like little dopamine hit from ticking the box. I'm being inauthentic. Short term, in the short term, that yeah, it makes me feel good, masturbates my ego. But in the long term of my self improvement journey, what does that do? Well, I'm not actually doing the habits, so I'm not getting the rewards, am I? And if anything, it's just making me cope a whole lot more. It's making me become less of a man of my word, which I do speak a lot about. And we all know, yeah, that's not good. Stop being inauthentic. Stop ticking boxes that you're not actually doing. It's stupid advice, but it's advice that younger me needed because I'd be that arrogant guy who's yeah, I'm on self improvement, I'm perfect. Oh, I didn't do it today, but I'll still tick it. Oh, I didn't go gym today, but it's fine. I was that guy. You have to realize that true growth comes from honesty. Now, when I don't, let's say, tick a box, I don't have a cold shower here, as you can see on a Tuesday. That only motivates me even more to get that box ticked the next day. It takes more discipline for you not to tick that box. And that actually gives you more rewards down the line. Because when Wednesday rolls around, when you see this empty space, okay, I'm pretty much forced and inclined to tick it the next day. It kind of makes you become more authentic when you don't do something that you actually didn't do. I sound like a complete dumbass speaking about this, but it's just a lot of people struggle with this, and it's something younger Adrian struggled with. When I was like 18, 19, I'd say I'd go to the gym 4 or 5 times a week. No, I'd probably go once if I was lucky. And from that one time I'd go, I'd take a selfie like this. And then I'd almost like reuse it on my Snapchat stories to make it prove like I'm going to the gym consistently. But in reality, I wasn't. Pretty fucked up, right? Pretty messed. So this is probably the first and most important like mistakes I made is that you don't want to be inauthentic because just think realistically, you're doing your future self no good the more inauthentic you are. Like internally, you're kind of masturbating your ego, but no one else really knows or cares. So you may as well just be honest with yourself, right? Stop lying to yourself. Rule one, being inauthentic. Number two, cheating on myself. This is almost like the complete opposite now. Let's say I managed to tick every box Monday to Friday. I actually feel like, yeah, I'm actually starting to make like pretty good progress in my self improvement journey. I'm looking at myself in the mirror. Oh shit, I've made some gains. Oh shit, I've read like half of the book already this week. Let's go. We're actually doing good. What does that mean? I've worked hard this week. Let's just let's have a cheat day because quite frankly, yeah, I deserve it. And life's all about balance, right? I may as well indulge in stuff which makes me feel like shit, but it's all good because I've worked super hard in the gym this week. I've posted a video every day this week. I can relax a bit. Now I'm not saying it's now I'm not saying you can never, like ever, indulge in a cheat meal. I'm not saying you can like never ever go party with your friends. Like they're all fun stuff. I'm not saying they're not fun. But truly say to yourself that do you see like successful people believing in this concept of balance? Or do they just try go all in on the purpose, which actually in the long run is almost like twice as fun and gives them twice the rewards. Because I would go to the gym Monday to Friday, I have my rest days in between. And then when the weekend would roll around, I'd drink alcohol with my friends. I'd eat junk food Friday night, Saturday night, Sunday night. And then when the next week would roll around, it just felt like I was back at the bottom of the mountain and I have to climb myself back up again. And then when the weekend rolls around, come barreling down. With self improvement, you got to have the mindset that you're constantly trying to become better, and that actually makes your life a whole lot more fun. Because you look at yourself the previous week, like, oh, I was an idiot that week. I'm actually progressing. When you can see that you've made progress, that brings such a bigger smile on your face compared to you just throwing all that progress away in the bin. This was a mistake which, quite frankly, yeah, held me back for like years, bro. I'd be stuck in the Monday to Friday time loop. I'd keep delaying stuff. I'd keep doing the bare minimum and saying to myself, I've worked so hard today. I was a pussy. And if you believe in this concept as well, you most likely are too. You have to stop cheating on yourself because I would always cheat on myself. And I can tell you, like, from my experience, that never brought true happiness. Like, right now, I'm the happiest I've ever felt. And people call me insane that I don't have balance, but I'm the happiest because I'm doing something which feels purposeful to me. And that's where true fulfillment and purpose comes. It doesn't come from all these like instant pleasures, all these like instant gratification habits, like eating that Big Mac, playing 1 hour video games with your friends, fapping 2, 3 times a week because it's healthy. It doesn't come from that. You will feel your true happiest when you find and fulfill your masculine purpose, whether it be working on your body, whether it be making content. We all have different purposes and we all find it at different stages of life. But as long as you're trying to find it, as long as you, like, yeah, you feel like you're making progress to ultimately finding or fulfilling it, that's when you're going to feel your most happiest. It doesn't come from cheating on yourself. Stop saying you've worked so hard today. Like, yeah, congratulations, bro. Here's a medal. You've worked so hard. But stop using that as like an excuse to then bin all your progress away. Like, chuck it in the bin and start eating bullshit food, which, yeah, doesn't make you feel good afterwards, does it? Mistake number 2, stop cheating on yourself. Number 3, dodging discomfort. So you're starting to not cheat on yourself as often. Like, congratulations. You're starting to be a whole lot more authentic with yourself and not like inauthentic. You're starting to make progress. You're starting to get like really consistent with like going to the gym. Like, you're never missing workouts anymore. You're starting to get like super consistent with no fat. You're also like combining that with cold showers. You're becoming like super consistent. It's almost like starting to become like routine. And internally, you're starting to say to yourself, self improvement is easy. That's what I would say. I'd start to get the hang of like all of these habits. I'd go months with like taking a cold shower. Like, I'm not saying that was like pure, that was probably the hardest one. Like, that took a bit of discipline. But I'd go months with consistently doing it. I wouldn't touch my PP for like, I'm gonna be honest with you, like for over 2 years. And it almost became my old discomfort started to become my new comfort, which is that's progress. You made something uncomfortable, now it's comfortable. Like, that's progress. Congratulations. But you have to say to yourself, you're not going to change, are you, when you've made progress that you're now satisfied with? Like, you're starting to get the hang of these new habits, which are now just routine. If you consistently just do that over the next 30, 40, 50 years and you don't do anything else, you continue to dodge discomfort in it from now on because you had this one phase of doing shit that was uncomfortable and now you're used to it. You go through the rest of life doing the same things. Bro, You're going to stay the exact same person, right? You're just staying in your circle. This is what I would do. Like, this is another, I'm going to say every mistake was like the biggest mistake I've made, but this was fucked. I was stuck in my dome. It took me like a year to get consistent with gym. Like my first year, I'll be honest with you, yeah, it was up and down, inconsistent, consistent, blah, blah, blah. But 2, 3 years after, I started to like going to the gym. I liked getting a pump in the gym. I like how I looked in the mirrors of the gym. I like the confidence boost I get in the gym. I like how I feel after I went to the gym. I loved going to the gym. And the same thing would start to happen with cold showers. I love how I started to feel after cold showers. I love how I started to feel when I didn't touch my PP, which is good. Like, that's progress. But if you want to continue to improve, if you want to continue to level up your discipline and become the masculine guy you want to become, you have to become a constant seeker for discomfort. And this is something I would struggle with because I'd be on self improvement, I'd make progress, but then I'd just waste like another 6 months of just doing the same things and not implementing any new things. It's kind of what I feel like I'm doing right now. Like right now, I'm starting to get the hang of posting consistently. It almost feels like it's my new comfort zone. Now I want to start posting less often, but start bringing more quality over quantity because me posting every day, now I just feel like I'm getting repetitive. Now I just feel like I'm in my comfort zone, as weird as that sounds. I know, we're all on different levels, but as weird as that sounds, I feel like I'm fell back into this trap because now I'm not even reading consistently. I'm coping. I'm saying, oh, I don't need to read anymore. I can just post a video. I'm becoming comfortable again. And you probably are as well. The fact that you clicked on this video, you're probably comfortable with your situation right now. You should be reading right now, but you're watching this video. You're comfortable, which is fine. I'm here to motivate and inspire and educate you. But realize that self-improvement is it's such a weird thing. You find it for the first time, you make progress, and then you just stay here for like months, maybe years, because you feel like that's it. You had this period of being uncomfortable for like 6 months, and that's it for the rest of your life. No, you have to become a constant seeker. If you want to continue to level up your discipline trait, that shit's not going to improve if you don't continue to do shit which is hard, that actually kind of like don't really, really want to do. A good example for this is, as I just said, yeah, I loved going to the gym, but I didn't like stretching for 10 minutes at the end of every workout. So if I wanted to level up my discipline trait, if I wanted to start to get uncomfortable again, what do I have to do? I need to start stretching for 10 minutes at the end of every single workout. And that's what I started to do because I hated stretching. It was painful. It was excruciating. It sucked. But after like 2, 3, 4, 5 months, like right now, bro, I love stretching. I don't remember the last day I skipped like not stretching. The fact that I can reach further and like touch my toes like an extra inch fulfills me. So now it's like, yeah, stretching is comfortable for me now. So what's the next thing? And that's a question I'm asking myself. Stop dodging discomfort. If you want to continue to grow in your self improvement journey, not only be a willing learner, but be a constant seeker and see how much progress you make in like such a short time period. Number 4, knowing what season of life. There's 4 seasons in a year: summer, autumn, winter, spring. We all know that. But then you're like internally, you're in your own season. Like we're all on different levels and phases of self improvement. You're seeing me, I'm recording this video, and you're probably thinking, how's he doing that? Because that's what I used to say when I watch other YouTubers. We're all in different levels. You're looking at other people in the gym thinking, oh, how's he benching that? You can't even bench the bar. We're all running our own race and we're all in different seasons of life. You have to ask yourself, because this is a mistake I would make, you have to ask yourself, what season are you currently in? What do you have to do right now in extreme, which is going to give you the most rewards? Because younger Adrian from like 2 years ago my whole mindset and like philosophy like 2 years ago was okay, right now, I'm a bit of a retard. I go gym, but that's really it. So I'm in a season of educating myself. I'm in a season of reading as many books as I can in a select time period because I know that's going to do the future me good. So that was my goal, like 2 years ago, 2022 and like 2023. Read books because it was a habit which I kind of ignored and didn't do much since like high school. Even high school, I read like 10 pages of a book. So I'd tell myself, okay, let's start reading. I identified what I wanted and now I need to go all in on that. But I wouldn't stay consistent with it. I'd get distracted so easily. I'd distract myself from the main thing, whether it be with reading, whether it be with going to the gym. I knew I had to go to bed early to give myself the most like motivation and energy for the next day, to read a book, to go gym, etc. But I get distracted in the fact that I was texting girls at like 12 a.m. when I should be asleep and not sleep deprived. This is me being truly honest with you, and you're probably doing the same thing. You want to make gains, you want to have more energy, but you're getting distracted. You're not knowing what season of life you're in. Now, I'm not saying texting girls is a bad thing. Like, I've made videos on how to text girls and that you should build relationships and try speak to the opposite sex. That's a good thing. But if you're not at the level which you want to be at and you know what you have to do, but you're kind of distracting yourself, like let's say you need to read books, you need to go gym, but then on the side you're still texting like over 20 chicks. Sorry, but you're gonna be progressing at a much more like slower rate compared to the guy who's going all in on this season of life, going all in on reading and educating himself. Maybe 6 months from now, when you complete this season of educating yourself, when you complete this season of building yourself, then maybe you can have a season of improving your dating life, of texting more girls, because that's maybe something you're struggling with. But right now, stop thinking about the future, think more about the present and ask yourself, what the fuck are you struggling with right now? Is it your speaking ability? Is it your physique? Is it your money? I don't know what it is, but whatever it is, go all in on that season. Identify what you want and go all in on that and stop distracting yourself with all of this stimulating instant gratification shit. Whether it be junk food, whether it be chicks. I just called chicks instant gratification. Whatever. Stop distracting yourself. Know what season of life you're in and you're going to make so much more progress. Number 5, overthinking about rewards. When I bought my first book, which was Atomic Habits, it took me like 3 months to actually read the first page. You know why? Because when I bought the book, I have a book here. Like right now, I'm currently reading The Charisma Myth. When I first bought a book, it made me just felt, this is going to sound extremely weird. I don't know if maybe some of you can relate. It made me feel like I've made progress already just because I bought the book, which is like, yeah, you can say it's a little bit of progress. I took action. I bought the book because younger me used to never buy the books. I'd get the book, like I could physically have it in my hands, and I'd start to overthink about rewards. Like, oh, I'm going to be so smart when I finish this book. I'm going to learn so much new knowledge. But I would never actually read it. I just look at it because it looks pretty sick when you have a book. Like if you have like the Charisma Myth, if you just like read the title, it just makes you feel like you've already made progress, but you haven't because you don't even know what the hell's inside of it. It made me feel like I was doing the work, but I wasn't. Same thing with gym. I'd watch a bunch of like gym highlights, gym YouTube videos, people lifting, and it made me feel motivated. It made me feel like, oh yeah, I'm getting a pump. I'm watching these dudes get a pump. But no, I was just sitting on my ass watching them. Stop overthinking about rewards and start being impatient with the input. Start being impatient with, fuck, I need to go to the gym. I need to actually start to read that book. I need to meditate for 5 minutes, like now. Just do what has to be done. Because if you constantly stress about the rewards which you get from these activities, it kind of prevents you from taking action. It kind of like makes you feel like you've already got the rewards in like in which you kind of haven't. Sounds really, really weird, but if you're on self improvement, you can probably relate because this is a mistake which, specifically with like reading, it just, I'd waste so much time. Like, I'd go on Booktopia. Sorry. I'd go on Booktopia. I'd buy like 5 books. They come through the mail within a week. I just like to let them sit in my room and collect dust because I already did the hard part, which was spending money and buying the books. And now I'm just going to ignore them and I might read them 6 months from now. What if I was to read them as soon as I got them, like book by book? I'd have education which future Adrian wouldn't have because he was too lazy. Take action as soon as you can and just do what has to be done because the sooner you can do something which is uncomfortable, the sooner you're going to grow. Again, I sound stupid saying this, but it's like we all have to hear this. Like, it's never not going to be uncomfortable reading that book. It's never not going to be uncomfortable going to the gym for the first time, so you may as well should get it done. It's never not going to be uncomfortable you meditating for 5 minutes. It's always going to suck. But that's good because, as I said at the start, you want to make mistakes. You want shit to be hard because that's when you grow. Just get through it eventually. Like, I'm happy younger Adrian went to the gym for the first time, even though he had no idea what to do, even though he looked like a complete and utter spastic lifting the weights. He went through that uncomfortable time. Now, yeah, going to the gym is just routine. Do what has to be done. Mistake number 5, stop overthinking about rewards. Number 6, your actionable step for today's video. I highly recommend investing in the official book called The 10X Rule. This is a book which I literally just bought like 2 weeks ago and I just finished. It's by Grant Cardone. And I'm telling you, if you want to like 10X, like improve your progress at like a much more faster rate, learn about tricks and tactics which can make you more productive, which can make you more disciplined, which can bring you success faster, as cringe as it sounds, invest in this book, bro. Cost you like $25 as like all other books do. This video may have motivated you. This video may have gave you education on my mistakes. But let's be real, not much is really going to change after watching this video. You're probably going to be the same person you are. You're probably going to forget I posted this video. You're probably going to forget about the lessons and learnings I just taught you. Unless you took notes, which is a good, productive thing to do. Rewatch it if you haven't took notes. Rewatch it and just, yeah. Comparing a video to a book is like night and day difference. When you read a book, it kind of just sticks with you. And if you've never read a book, this is going to sound like completely stupid, but if you're in the habit of like reading books now, you're starting to learn that, holy shit, I just finished a chapter and that's like in my mind forever. That actually motivated me a whole lot more to take action, actually do something, because reading the book in the first place required discipline, whereas clicking a video like this didn't really require discipline. You're probably just sitting on your couch right now, eating hot chips. Invest in the 10X rule. Truly life-changing. I hope this advice was valuable and that it motivates and gives you the education you need to not make the same mistakes I made with self-improvement. Leave a comment about a mistake that held you back on your journey. Like and subscribe for more videos about self-improvement, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.